Hello there, welcome back to Crusader Kings and the Deccan Empire. Last time we added a pair of kingdoms, the Primara and the Pala Kingdom. And today I think we're going to attempt to add the remaining kingdoms, the one in the corner, the one in the middle, the tiny cute one, and the two western kingdoms. And of course, we're going to fight our first holy war against Samurai, so hopefully I can pull all of that off. I have no idea why. It doesn't actually matter if this kid is Roth, because hopefully I'll never get on the throne, but can't be guaranteed, unfortunately. What we are going to do, however, during this episode is go off the 3 miners here that we declared war on last time. And as I said, we are of course going to keep on trying to take the kingdoms. But first, I'll end the war with these 3, and then we'll probably fight a holy war. We'll see how it goes. So, the rebels actually managed to take Minnapora here, and as a result, the army of Minnapora is suddenly on, well, quite big here, but as you can see, it's fully equipped, and as a result here, the war is more or less over, I think, when I destroy these armies. I think I might actually get enough war score to, at most, have to just siege one of the holdings. I'm pretty sure that should be enough. Best case scenario, I'll actually be able to end this war without, without having to siege anything other than the one province they took here, thanks to the number of men that's being slaughtered here. And that actually seems to be the case, so we're just going to quickly re-siege this thing, and then we're going to deal with that. The peasants that are currently sieging in the middle of our country, I'll leave them alone for now because I don't really have a good reason to actually deal with them. I can master jungle terrain. War elephants or cavalry? I think we'll actually focus on jungle terrain, since it doesn't actually give any analysis to our... Well, I could have gone with Lightfoot to get better archers, but it wouldn't really have helped that much, to be perfectly honest. With some better archers, which are, I believe they're 2/5, or basically 200 out of 500 men are archers, and 300 are heavy troops, so it wouldn't make any sense at all to actually focus on light troop with my current setup in retinue. So, war elephants, we won't be using them really much at all. So jungle terrain was, at least to me, the best option there, especially when you consider the fact that the odds of me actually using cavalry also terribly low. So, jungle terrain was probably the best option there. I do want to fight that army though and destroy it before we do any sieging here. How are my retinue army doing? Is it ready for battle yet? I doubt it. It's about 1300 men right now. But it might actually pull this off, so we'll join them up and give them a go at the rebels. And I managed to get myself wounded. Well, it's better than getting myself killed, so I guess I shouldn't be too mad about that. My mother died. Lightfoot, heavy infantry, war elephants or cavalry. In this case, I think we'll actually focus on heavy infantry because of the fact that most of my army is heavy infantry, and as such, I believe the light infantry, the archers, can suffer that little bit of setback, so to speak. So we are going to continue the war here. Karma-wise, we are still 120 points shy of next Empire title, but I'm pretty sure that we will get the Karma, well, sooner or later. I guess is the best way, or the best gamble here. So, do I have anyone that I can actually take the war on kingdom-wise? I'm pretty sure I actually have invited someone with a at least a weak claim from everything except the Sri Lanka kingdom, so I'll deal with that sooner or later. I actually have a claim to... When did I get a claim to that? Well, doesn't matter. We are going to most likely conquer it, or... Yeah, I'm a little bit unsure what we'll do with that. I might actually... Gujarat is a 3 duchy kingdom, but I don't really have to focus on dealing with them, I think, so it should be fine. This guy, the truce is running out very soon. We'll probably use just this army to deal with him, but we'll figure it out. For now, however, we are going to move our army closer to Samra. This army, that is. I'm going to move it closer to Samra so we can actually declare a holy war and have a go at that. We'll see how it goes. Time for the war against Majara Kaha the Bold. The only thing that I'm kind of worried about now are these guys Shia. No, they're actually Sunnis, so they will not be joining the guy here war, which of course is great. That means that I've already won it, more or less. And as such, we'll just get right onto sieging. I think I'll siege the province and then we'll hunt down whoever is in charge. It should be fairly easily done. So you're in prison, but you still refuse to give up. That's interesting. As you can see, we're attacking a rather big force here, and we could actually lose it with that aid that's coming from the north. But I'm pretty sure we'll actually be able to hopefully pull off a victory here, and that should more or less now have decided the war. We are 51% war score, which is 56%, which is great. And if I could just destroy these armies, I'm pretty sure the war itself is over. So that is more or less perfect. And I also believe that if I'm lucky here, I might actually be able to declare war here, because this guy does actually have a claim to the kingdom. The only problem, of course, is that I kind of need him to have a title, and I don't really want to pass or give up any of the counties I currently hold myself. So I want to win this war and hand this over to him. So I'll try and get it done quickly, and then we'll see if I can attack the corner kingdom. As you can see, the Holy War ended. It was actually enough to just hunt down my opponent, more or less, and that is of course great. I still can't create the Empire of Bengal here. That shouldn't actually be a problem, because we can still declare war on this guy right here, the Majara of the Bomapala kingdom. Well, interestingly enough. So the guy right here, Goshav Srihata, I grant you the Count or Thikana of Amail, and now your purpose is war. Just war. And I have no idea who his son actually is, but apparently I'm losing a title, so... Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to actually fight for... Well, I'll get both of them as vassals, so it's not actually a problem here. We are now going to claim the kingdom, and my army is going to be on a long, long march. So, I'm just going to deal with these rebels on my way over there, but it should be a fairly easy war. We can actually do an upgrade here in military organization, and we're of course going to do that. With that, I can now up my retinue even further, and that was not what I wanted to have as my retinue, so unfortunately you guys are going to be disbanded, and I'm going to lose my cash, but that is perfectly alright. 2,500 men, extra units here. We are going to join them up with this retinue army here. Starting to get kind of big now, but this is perfect that the size itself is growing, because that means I can go for more or less blitz wars now. I can just quickly siege and end the war that way, and all in all, that is that's a pretty good benefit to have in warfare. We are also going to keep on the war with Samra. I'm also very tempted to go after Crusader here, declare war for Baluchistan, and potentially even Sistan as well, in order to get Baluchistan to start drifting into the Empire here. But I'm also kind of tempted to wait, since, well, basically because of the fact that we will get the Empire of India, and as such the drift will stop. I'll actually be punished for starting the drift early, since he'll first have to de-drift again, before it then can start drifting into India, I believe. So, for the time being, we'll just focus on India itself. We want that empire, and we're going to work for that. But first, we are going to take this kingdom and create, well, another empire, of course. I'll quickly siege this area, and then we'll try to go after the other four kingdoms. As you can see, the war here for the Pala kingdom is more or less done. I only need one more percentage, one more siege, one tiny battle, whatever. Really, it's more or less done. At least I value it as done. Let's see here. That was not enough, so we'll have to siege this province anyway, since the current king, or Majara, is a stubborn bastard. And of course, once I actually started sieging this thing, you decide that, well, we have lost. I might as well give up my throne here. But as you can see, this works fairly well. I believe I can actually create the Bengal Empire right now, so we're going to do that right away, as soon as I have a little bit more money. But I do have a couple of rebuilds here, and that's actually a very good reason for me to go south and deal with this guy. So I guess I am going to do just that. And no, I'm not going to declare war for Lanka. I'm going to declare war for, well, we're going to go for the Jura claim on Kotsara. I have no idea if we'll actually keep his kingdom title. He might. And that would actually be kind of funny. And there we go. Takur. Is this guy... Yeah, that's the guy that I, well, pressed the claim on. So that is good. He's a vassal king, which gives minus 25. I didn't actually know they added that, so that's kind of interesting. But this, once again, tells me that I actually have to try and hunt down the... I can't really leave the kingdom tiles lie around carelessly in my empire here. I have to deal with them sometime. But it'll probably be a revolt, and then I'll just take the kingdom tile for myself. Most likely destroy it with someone old, things like that. We'll figure it out when the time comes. But for now, I'll deal with the 3 peasant revolts, and we're going after the guy here. I am going to keep my eyes open though. If I get an opportunity to take the kingdoms here, I will. But other than that, I think we'll mostly live peacefully. Well, speaking about opportunity here. I think I might want to act on this. We claim. Don't want to give him one of my counties. I don't really want to do that though, but taking a kingdom would definitely be helpful here. Do I want to try and plot to kill this guy? Possibly. I think what we're actually going to do is kill one Gujarat and claim Anarta. Unfortunately, there's not actually a single duke here, so I don't think... Well, there is one duke here, which is good. We're actually going to do that instead. We are going to ignore the people down here in the south for the time being. We are going to march to Gujarat and take Anarta here. I'm pretty sure the claim can still be pushed even after the war here is over. And then we're going to go south here with these guys. We are not going to act on... I guess I should say act on the claim war at once. We're going to wait. And this is kind of interesting. Does this mean, once again, that I have a ton of people I can use here? And I even have someone that already has a county. So, I guess we're doing that instead, then. Shouldn't be anything to worry about right now. Except for the fact that I sent 2,000 men a little bit earlier than the rest of the cavalry. But that also means that the peasants in the south will be left alone for the time being. I will deal with them, just not yet, so to speak. So, we'll see how this goes. Of course, if I can actually get a good reason to imprison one of the kings that I'm currently, well, trying to take, then of course I will use that. But until that point, we'll just wait. For now, we'll march into Chandela and do some quick sieging here, and hopefully end it rather quickly. So we finally have the jihad for Jerusalem, the great Shia Caliph, actually. So does that mean that, yeah, the Fatimids are actually Shia, which means that we have Sunni and we are Shia, and then we have Shia again, tiny here. So that's once again good for us. That means that we won't have any big problems once we actually go for our holy wars, which of course is tremendously helpful. And also by taking the Chandela Empire, I can already start fighting the Charsadids. I currently have a retinue of 14,000 men, so I'm pretty confident I can fight off the Charsadids without too many problems. So that is, of course, great. I still have problems with the peasants in the south, so I should probably potentially rise up even my own forces here to deal with them. But for now, we'll just focus on taking the kingdom here. Even if the peasants win and take those through 2 provinces, potentially 3, 4, I don't really think it will be too much of an issue, since I can just de jure claim them back, and it's the tiniest kingdom of them all. The only problem is, of course, that they're Buddhist, but I should be able to deal with that. Really, it shouldn't be a big issue, no matter how you look at it. So for now, I'll just focus on getting Chandela, getting the Chandela kingdom under my empire, and then we're going to march south. There we go. The kingdom has been taken here, and with that, the revolt here can just go or play out its course. This guy is Hindu, so we don't really have anything to worry about there. The only thing here is this guy is also Hindu, so once again, nothing to worry about religion-wise. The thing that I have to worry about now are the current revolts. So what we're going to do now is split our retinue into 2 here, and we're going to use them to, well, deal with these annoying revolters in a very brutal manner. And we'll also probably use to get this guy. Once we've done that, we'll probably declare war on the Crusader here. Going to use him as, or basically just start a conquest. I still am looking forward to taking down the other kingdoms here, but we don't really have any claimants that we can currently use, so we'll just have to wait a little while longer here before we can make our moves. But unfortunately, we are also out of time here, so we'll continue the efforts of the Empire, I guess I should call it, next time. But do I want to create the Bengal Empire right now? How am I doing money-wise? I do not want to create the Bengal Empire right now, but we'll create it next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and hopefully I'll see you around next time. Bye.